Tubbs and Spoo, congratulations on making it as wild card. Now, on the one side, it feels like a great compliment to be seen once and think you the guys who come in as wild card. But doesn't it also feel like you're walking into a ring with somebody who's been fighting forever with a record of 40 knockouts and you coming in for the first time?
Most definitely. I mean, it's been a pleasure to be here, but we feel like we've been given the undercard. You know, we're gonna have to work on how we can beat everyone on this one.
Well, what would be your advantage, Spoo, if you're coming in as an undercard?
I think our advantage is that we are the surprise. Everybody else has had an opportunity to sort of study what everybody else has done, and they can look through the tapes basically. And in our regard, we coming in as the newbies, so that's where our advantage comes in.
What would have been your preparation? Lots of viewing of what's been happening, checking what works, what doesn't work?
So we've had to, do what we thought, was right at first, but we'd had to study, the videos that have been previous years and what's currently happening. And and then, of course, we've had our guide, Ravin, giving us the right direction, and we think we're well prepared.
Ravin, does it feel like you've been a guide here or more a snitch, somebody who knows what's happening inside and giving them the insights?
Well, I think you had to play both the roles. I think with them coming in, I had to catch them up so that they can definitely go in and have the best chance in the final. But I think Tubbs and Spoo have a fantastic business concept. I think they punch above their weight, in terms of their age. It gives away, with regard to they come across like really well-rounded entrepreneurs and business people. And I think that's testament with regard to their journey since they've started. So I think they've got a solid concept, and I just had to kind of round it out and kind of make it neat and help them get there. Yeah.
Not to give away a lot of secrets, but what is the one thing that you honed in onto and said, guys, if you master this one, you got a chance?
I think the key thing is being close to the numbers. I think on the operation side, and I think on them understanding their concept and their business, but I think it's to tell the story with numbers. Them knowing their margins, their profitability, where they want to take their business, and putting the numbers, overlaying that with the numbers, in terms of what's their 1 year, 3 year and 5 year view with regard to that. So I think it's just them being comfortable with regard to telling that story with regard to numbers.
Just for the comfort of our viewers, our audience, and know we've shown them your video, but I'd like to ask again about your business, the genesis. What would have gotten you here?
I mean, the kota is something that we've grown up with, as kids we always used to, on a Friday after school, go and have a kota, and we have a whole lot of other schools and kids there. And, we grew up, we came into the suburbs working, and we realized it was missing, right? And in the right way. So the genesis would be the changing of what we were used to back then when we were kids into something new that we can all enjoy with, our newly refined taste buds, you could call.
And I guess just, hand over to our kids and our kids' kids, because...
You're thinking that far already?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like Tabi had said, what we grew up with is what's still in the market today and what's dominating in the market today. And, we had built, the entire product, we revamped, and that from the genesis to what it is now is what we had envisioned, and something that we can then say our kids and the newer generation can grow up with as well.
What would be the best prize for you? I know everybody wants to be number one, and the cheesy thing about we are all winners.
Yes.
What is the best prize for you?
Of course, winning would be the best prize for us, because we are at that stage where the money would do a lot within the business. But also what we've just realized now is that the guiding and all the learning that's also come with it has been so pivotal in us realizing where we need to sort of readjust our business and gear it up for the next stage. So that in us is an absolute win as well.
Ravin, I have to conclude with you. He speaks of the guiding, but I always say it has to be difficult to guide somebody who's already on the path, who's already doing business. They seeing the game, you come in and say, well, guys, maybe you should tweak here, maybe you should improve this. Can't be an easy game.
No, it's not. But I think, as an entrepreneur, I think the guys are so close to their own business concept. I think a fresh pair of eyes doesn't hurt. And I think that's probably what I worked with in terms of Svu and Tabi, is to try and say, look, where are the gaps? Because this is, they're very confident about where they want to drive the business, and they were firm with that. So, probably going in and asking lots of questions to challenge some of the assumptions, and for them to realize, okay, these are the risks and these are some of the gaps that exist, and just to kind of round it out. So that's all, as I said earlier, is just to round it out and for them to recognize that maybe these are the things that they need to consider, because, when you're so close to it, you don't realize that maybe there's another way to look at things. Yeah.
Tabs, well, I can't help myself, but I had to say this. You are quarter to the big one.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Thank you.